Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it. Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it. Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it. Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it. Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.
Yes, good afternoon, dear viewers at home. Welcome to this afternoon's edition of In the Newsroom. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. It is on this program that we dissect very dispassionately matters of topics of national interest. And Nigeria, as it is today, we have a lot to talk about when it comes to how Nigeria is being run. And we all love to see a Nigeria of our dream. Today we have three topics for discussion. First, FIRS to MDAs, stop contracting tax collection to consultants. That is the FIRS, that the Federal Inland Revenue Service, talking to the ministries, departments, and agencies of government. The second topic has to do with a quotation. We want to quote Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State, who said in the passing week that we cannot have one country, two systems. That is having to do with Governor Rotimi Akeredolu signing or an approval for the Amateku Corps in Ondo State to bear arms. And this is coming on the heel of the fact that the President Muhammadu Buhari gave permission to Katsina State Security Network established by the state government to bear arms. And Governor Akeredolu see this as a double standard and decided to voice against. He did not only voice against it, he acted against it. And the third one has to do with the PDP crisis, where Governor Iyesom Ezenwo Wike said, "I will fight to finish." These are the three topics that we will be talking about this afternoon. And Dele Ajayi is in the house, while others will join us in the course of the program. Dele Ajayi, you're welcome to the program.
It's nice being here.
Yes. FIRS to MDAs, stop contracting tax collection to consultants. Almost every state in Nigeria is guilty of this. Not to talk of the federal ministries, departments, and agencies. Contracting tax collection to consultants. In the first place, how did we get here?
We are where we are as a result of what I would call insincerity on the part of everyone. The Federal Inland Revenue Service, coming up with this, the service is not sincere itself. Those who contracted collection of taxes out are not also sincere. We are in a country where nothing works. If everything works as it's supposed to be, this service, the FIRS, is the only organ of government, only agency of government saddled with the responsibility of collecting tax for government. But government, Nigerians don't want to pay tax. Yeah. Nigerians don't want to obey laws until they are forced. And that is why you see men of the Federal Road Safety Corps on the roads still forcing people to obey traffic rules. So ordinarily, Nigerians don't want to obey law. If not for the government workers, civil servants, these informal workers don't pay tax. People want to force them to pay tax. So that is why government needs contractors. Those who can pursue tax collection with much vigor, with much strength, with much vitality. Those who will not say it's government business and we have to do it anyhow. You know the amount of money you will be collecting as what do they call it? As commission. You know the amount of money you will be collecting as commission if you are the contractor or you are the person going about collecting taxes. And so you want to pursue it vigorously. And it is working. Lagos, before Tinubu, was generating some hundreds of millions of naira. Today, Lagos is generating billions of naira. And the fifth economy in Africa. This is due to tax collection by contractors. Because the contractors will know that at the end of the day, it's a private company. You have to pay your staff. You have to do certain things to keep the company afloat. Yeah. So you have to pursue it vigorously with all energy, with all brain, with all brain. So that states or government is contracting tax collection to contractors, to companies, to consultants is not a bad idea. The FRIS, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, now wailing, now ranting, they are doing it because they want to be the person of the agency solely in charge of tax collection, and that may boomerang.
Probably. Let's look at the Orosai report, which says some MDAs like FRRS will be merged or totally scrapped. Yeah, it may be because of that. Now they are now bringing more vitality into their functions. Because I want to believe that Nigerians, as we have rightly said, don't want to pay tax. And tax, as I see it, is one of those primary things needed to drive the government.
Yes.
And the Yoruba adage said that the worry on and it is those people who came up with this kind of adage that are seen not to be willing, if not forced, to pay tax. Now, with FIRS coming to challenge MDAs, ministry, department, and agencies of government to stop contracting tax collection to consultants, in the next video, what are we expecting?
They are afraid. They are being futuristic. They know what could befall them as a result of Orosai report. But not only that, there are so many agencies, redundant agencies. These workers, these members of staff collect money every month, doing nothing. Power without responsibility. And they have humongous amount of money, huge amount of money every month. We can begin to count them. What is FIRS? If I'm a governor and I have a company to collect tax for me, why do I need FIRS that will even collect the tax in the first place and spend half of it? Have you heard of agencies generating money for government, collecting that fund and spending? Not remitting. They are not remitting anything
to the government.
So many of them, they will collect and spend instead of collecting and give to government. They will collect and spend. Agencies of government, numerous, countless. So it is good for government to stick to the idea for MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies to stick to the idea of collecting, of using or contracting tax collection to consultants. If that will bail Nigeria from the financial quagmire it has found itself. We are borrowing to kill, to the detriment of generations even yet above. Yet we have sources of income. Those who collect our laterite, they are supposed to pay for all those things.
Yeah.
If government wants to construct a road, maybe from Osogbo Ibokun Road, the laterite that will be used for construction had been paid for. They would have quoted huge amount of money for it. But these contractors just go somewhere, dig the ground, collect or take laterite and use freely. We need this
without anybody challenging them.
Without anybody challenging them. We need consultants to challenge them. You have to pay for this outright because government had paid you. You have quoted some amount or huge amount of money for this land rights. So we have to collect money. Signposts, signage or signage.
Yeah, signage.
This signage. People pay taxes, or people are supposed to pay taxes for all this. People are supposed to pay taxes on so many items that we are not looking at. FIRS or the State Internal Revenue Service cannot, and I mean it, without any fear of contradiction. I mean it. State Internal Revenue Service or Federal Internal Revenue Service cannot all alone tackle this problem. We need consultants.
But in case the FIRS succeeds in taking away the function from the consultants,
I'm afraid they won't.
What will become of the consultants?
They won't be able to do that. They won't be able to do that. Lagos State, during Obasanjo, the allocation from federal government, Obasanjo withdrew or stopped the allocation to Lagos State. He bullied Lagos State. The dichotomy, the division, the argument or the crisis between Tinubu creating local government areas or more local government areas, while Obasanjo kicked against that. Lagos State survived on internal revenue.
Yeah.
Lagos State government survived on the taxes, companies, individuals, agencies pay that government. And for so many years, Lagos survived that onslaught. Onslaught from Obasanjo against Lagos State. So, if Tinubu had left collection of taxes to the civil servants, you are a civil servant.
Yes.
I'm not indicting you.
No.
But half of that money would have gone down the drain.
Yes. We have been able to trash this topic. FIRS to MDA stop contracting tax collection to consultants. We now go to the second topic. We can't have one country, two systems. Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. Very recently, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu gave approval to the state security network Operation Amotekun to bear arms, unlike what operated in other states of the southwest. The governor was quoted as saying that since the president will give approval for bearing arms to the state security network in Katsina State, which is his own state, what stopped him from doing same for all other states who are willing to secure their people? This is the crux of the matter. Governor Rotimi Akeredolu now went ahead to approve the use of firearms to Operation Amotekun in Ondo State. And he said, if this is really a country, we cannot have one country, two systems. And if the president is to give approval to security networks as we have it in all states of the federation, it should have been given to them jointly. But the president decided to give approval to his own state, Katsina State. What is your take on this, Delhi?
First and foremost, let us salute the courage, the temerity, the bravery of Akeredolu to speak up. He will always be remembered to be a person who has singled himself out to fight injustice.
Yeah.
And he didn't start yesterday. He has always been there. It's through a genuine Yoruba son, a lustrous son of Yoruba. When Akeredolu's case was, the governorship tribunal, when he was battling with that case in court, he didn't keep silent, thinking that, of the opinion that the federal government, controlled by the Fulanis or by the Northerners, could use his position against him or his campaign for regional advancement against him. But Akeredolu has always been vocal, has always been brave, has always been courageous to speak out, speak truth to power. That is Akeredolu for you. He has always been there. His character has shown that he is capable of leading the Yoruba race, while others are keeping mute, while others are afraid, while others are behaving like cowards or traitors.
While the others sticking out.
They are behaving like traitors or cowards. Akeredolu has always occupied the front seat, fighting for justice, fighting for the advancement of the Yorubas. Now, on the case at hand, on the present case, we have always been discussing the lopsidedness, the arbitrariness in the country called Nigeria. Yes, Akeredolu is right. A nation with two systems. There will be a kind of law that will exist for a particular part of the country. Another law will exist for other parts of the country. Yes. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB, has been in detention for so many years. Now, the bandits, kidnappers, Boko Haram members, leaders are being given amnesty. There is amnesty for killers, for kidnappers, for those who abduct people to collect money. But agitators, genuine agitators in the south, you are keeping them. So the Igboho is out of the country. He ran away. Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. While your people in the north are unleashing terror on Nigerians. Now, when the Southwest governors, through DAWN, development agenda for Western Nigeria, when it came up with this idea of Amotekun, Southwest Security Network, the federal government came against it. But before then, there was Hisbah in the north. Local vigilante in the north. And they use gun. They beat hands. Malami, the Attorney General
of the Federation,
came out to condemn or to criticize the coming up of Amotekun. Whereas they have similar organization, paramilitary organization in the north. Now, they have gone further. to approve hands for their own security network
In the north.
in the north. Whereas you are criticizing Amotekun or the Southwest governors for bringing up Amotekun to bear arms. That is double standard. That is treating some part of the country with deodorants. And you now use mosquito pesticides, raids against some people in the Southwest. I wouldn't know what will correct this irregularity. The only thing that will correct it is restructuring. Let's restructure.
That they have refused to do.
We will continue to agitate. Restructuring is the only way out. Restructuring is the only antidote, the only panacea to this mess. Our forefathers had made mistake, locking all of us together on only marriage,
on holy alliance.
on only alliance, on only alliance. The North, the oligarchical North, the feudalistic North, the conservative North cannot merge smoothly without problem with the Yorubas, who are critical, who are discerning, who are liberal, who are democratic. The Yorubas, you are Yoruba now.
Of course I am.
Maybe from on your side, I'm an Ijesha man. If you have anything, if there's any quarrel or any fight or disagreement between you and Ijesha man, I am an Ijesha man. I will first and foremost ask, what was the cause of this problem?
Yeah.
Why are you fighting? Why are you quarreling? You state your position. He will also state his own position. Then I will be able. If the Egyptian man is wrong, I will tell him, my brother,
You are wrong.
you are wrong. We don't do it this way. That is a critical mind. The sense, high sense of judgment. But in a particular part of the country, they will ask questions.
They just fight on.
They fight on. They will ask questions. So I wouldn't know how you can mix clay with iron. You can't mix clay with iron and want it to stay warm. Water and oil.
Now, the governor of Ondo State may have broken the ice. Do you see other governors in the Southwest following suit?
Most of them are cowards. Akeredolu has been the only person talking. Akeredolu has not minding the fact that he's of ABC and the federal government is of ABC. The ABC controls the country. ABC is the ruling party.
Yeah.
Akeredolu is a member of the APC. Where is Makinde? Opposition party governor. One would have expected Makinde to come out boldly against this of PDP opposition. But the young man has not been playing the role effectively well. After all, he has turned himself to personal assistant to Wike. A governor, a sitting governor, or just state governor, running behind another governor, carrying another governor's bag. I think it's people who have to call them to order. Now, it is only Akeredolu that can do this. Our own government here can't do it. I'm very sorry. Because of the involvement of his uncle, Tinubu, who wants to be president of Nigeria. Politically, they wouldn't want to do anything that will set them against the Northerners. We understand that, and that is political. So it is only Akeredolu that can do it. I wouldn't know any other governor. They are too cool, too docile, they feel no concern. We have to give kudos to Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. He has been Omoko, who will always speak out, not minding whose ox is God.
No.
The bravery, and I'm afraid we are losing such people like Akeredolu. I wouldn't know. Where is Falana? Before now, Ganifa would have gone to court. So many lawyers here, radical lawyers. So it is good we still have such a person like Akeredolu on ground.
He's only governor that spoke glowingly of his closest rival while they were contesting. He's the only one who see anything good about his main his rival, his opponent. That is the senior advocate of Nigeria. He said both of them are senior advocates of Nigeria. I want to quote him now. Ejide is a lawyer who has won seemingly impossible cases. He was Attorney General here. I was also Attorney General here. We have shared the same office. And whoever wins, let the people of Ondo State decide. And when he won, after they both met and hugged each other after the court case. And they said their relationship is beyond politics. That is going to be Akeredolu for you.
His name will always be written in gold. I don't think you know. His strength will always be cast in iron.
He has shown that even if we are about to for Bafemi Awolowo, Ladoke Aketola,
they will be standing tall in their graves.
They will be proud of
praising him. Even circles of encomiums on him.
Yes, we go to the next topic. And it has to do with the crisis in the opposition People's Democratic Party, where there is serious political horse trading, as it were, between Governor Nyesom Wike and the leadership of the party at the national level. Wike believes that once the presidential candidate of PDP is from the north, the national chairman should be from the south, and the south of the south, the southernmost south. But as we have it, Senator Iyorchia Awu, who before now has been saying if the presidential candidate comes from the north, he will resign and will step aside for another person to take over from the south. That is what Senator Iyorchia Awu is reported to have said. Now, the presidential candidate is from the north. The chairman of the party is not willing to honor what he said, his promise. How will you look at this as a Nigerian, as somebody who has been in politics, especially in that party?
Me in that party? In PDP?
Yes. No, look at that party.
Okay.
And tell us what exactly is operating there now. And if you are...
As a journalist.
As a journalist.
As an analyst.
As an analyst and as an onlooker.
Okay. Let's formulate issues. One, does PDP have a constitution?
I think they do.
Okay. If they have a constitution, how should a chairman leave office? Through resignation? Through removal? If he should be removed, who are those that will remove him? Convention or an individual?
Or NEC?
Or NEC?
Or board of trustees?
Or board of trustees?
Or all of them put together?
And if eventually the man is removed, or if he resigns, who is the next person that will come in? According to the constitution
Of the party.
And I'm aware that if Ayu leaves office today as the chairman of PDP, another person from the north, according to the constitution, and Ayu can only leave that office today through resignation. I voluntarily resign to let peace reign in the party. According to the constitution of the party, he can resign. And when he resigns, another, the deputy chairman, North, will take charge. Will be the acting chairman.
That is the constitutional provision.
That is the constitutional provision of PDP till today. So, if we don't link Wike's rantings with this, it means Wike's outburst, shenanigans is without any significant impact. Why? You can't have the presidential candidate from the north and the chairman from the north. Ayu must leave. Ayu must leave office for who to come in? According to the constitution of the party.
That is the question being raised now.
If another person should come in, according to PDP constitution, that person should be from
the north.
So, Ayu or no Ayu, will still be having another northerner as the chairman of PDP. So, Wike is not calling for maybe ethnic balance or regional balance. He is calling for the head of Ayu. His concern is remove Ayu from office. And this is not the first time he will do that. Who was the chairman of PDP before Secondus? Ayu removed him. He brought in Secondus, Uche Secondus from Rivers State. When Uche Secondus was becoming, according to him, according to Wike, becoming pompous, becoming unreachable, is not compromising, Wike masterminded his removal. He didn't go for it. Wike wanted to remove him instantly. But according to the constitution of the party, Uche Secondus had to serve his term, so as not to create constitutional crisis. So they already conducted the party's convention to bring in Ayu, but Secondus was allowed to serve his term for I think 4 years. Then Ayu came in. You now have problem
with Ayu
again. Let me tell you this. Let's go on excursion on this one. It was as a result of Wike's bully that David Umar, governor of the Ebonyi State, left PDP. It was as a result of Wike's bully that Wamako of Sanfara State,
of Sokoto State,
Sanfara, Tabua, I mean Tabua is of Sokoto. Sanfara is Wamako.
But Ali Wamako was of Sokoto State.
No. Matawale. The incumbent governor of Zamfara, Matawale.
Yes.
Matawale. It was as a result of Wike's bully that Matawale left PDP for APC. Wike used Uber in another state to flush out Peter Obi that is now causing nightmare and headache for PDP and probably APC. Peter Obi would have remained in PDP. Wike showed him the exit door. Why him? Why the bully? You remove the first chairman, the second chairman, the third chairman, you are about to remove him. And
let's ask, what does Wike want?
Recognition.
Now he contested the president. He contested the presidential primaries and lost. After losing, then the you must go sing song.
He started his shenanigans after Okowa was pitched as the vice presidential candidate to Atiku. And I want to ask, who is that normal human being? Who is that human being that is up to date in the upstairs that will pick Wike as his deputy? Wike. You want to make Wike your deputy, your running mate? Wike, I'm a Christian. Wike demolished the mosques in Rivers State. And when they were appealing to him, don't demolish mosques, he said, Rivers State is a Christian state. And he owes nobody any apology for that. And you want Muslim votes from the north. Wike came out to say he went to Okrika. Okrika is in Rivers State.
Yes, Okrika, the hometown of Patient Jonathan.
He went to Okrika and was talking where there were some killings in Okrika area of Rivers State. And he said, I'm not an Igbo man. I'm an Ekwere man. I'm proud to be an Ekwere man. And the Igbos,
who are aboriginal Okrika people,
they will be looking at him. And they want the Igbo votes. We are talking of numerical strength. We are talking of number. We are talking of votes.
Which is the essence of politics and election.
Pick Wike as deputy to Atiku. PDP is finished. And he's going dangerously too far. Menacingly too far. He will lose out.
He talks every day.
Today, just today, he said, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu begged him.
For what?
To become a senatorial candidate. Asiwaju begging Wike.
Is it possible?
To become senatorial candidate. That is setting enmity between Wike and between Asiwaju and Emeshi. I wouldn't know whether you read Merchant of Venice.
Oh yes.
Shakespeare's Merchant of
Venice.
There was a character there. You know, Antonio Bassanio. There was a character, Gassanio or something like that. Shakespeare said, you speak indefinite deal with nothing. When you talk too much, you are garrulous. You speak almost every day. People don't take you serious.
Any longer.
You just say anything. And this man, they are looking at him, they are just regarding him as the brain of the ass.
But there are governors behind Wiki. Sheikh Makinde is there, Sam Otom is there, and some other PDP governors. And these governors are...
Tell me other PDP governor, Otom, Sheikh Makinde.
I've forgotten the name of the other one.
Then Udom Emmanuel.
And the Taraba man, Darius Isiaku.
No.
Though Isiaku has never come out to identify with them.
Let us analyze.
But what I want to bring out is that we can have some governors behind him who share the same, I don't want to call it ideology, they share the same wish of removing IU. And after IU is removed, maybe they have other agenda, nobody could tell.
Maybe they are rooting for Bode George. Bode George has never won his word, his polling booth since 1999 in Lagos.
There are some former governors behind him, like Lee Elimoke.
Former governor. Former.
Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, among others.
So, Segun Mimiko. Let us do integrity test in Ondo State. Let Segun Mimiko come out and say, I think we also have in Ondo State. What do they want? Tell me. Let me tell you this. As things are now, nobody, these political bigwigs cannot brag. Seyi Makinde, Mimiko, Bode George. What Obi is coming out to do? They have to keep silent now. Nobody is ready to listen to this past rot, decades. Those who were parts of
the glorious past.
Nobody is listening to them. They are just living in the past euphoria. Maybe, let me tell you this. In South, in Southeast, Southeast, today, PDP will struggle to have 25%. APC will struggle to have 25%. Because of the soaring personality of Peter Obi. These political bigwigs who are irritating, they are overhyped. Wike and co. If Wike is that popular, if it's that acceptable, let him also go out of PDP, form a political party or join a political party like Peter Obi, and let us see what will become of him. Peter Obi left PDP.
He left.
He joined a relatively unpopular party, Labour Party, and today they are saying there are 3 horses race. It's a three horses race. Meaning, of course, that the presidential race will be between
3 people.
3 people. Tinubu, Atiku, Obi. And Obi just left this year to join Labour Party.
Yes.
If Wike is that popular, let him leave PDP.
And form a political
party. And join the political party. They are not what they call themselves. The youth, look at this 1 million match, 1 million man match, 2 million man match, 3 million man match here and there. Anyone that we want to tackle Obi.
Well, let's take a look at the PDP before we go on the program. PDP going into an election in crisis. What do you see?
APC is also going into an election in crisis.
Let's see.
APC has a moral body. Same faith ticket. Muslim ticket. Dogara, Babashir Lawal, and some APC Christian leaders are kicking against that.
And see, they are still within the party.
They are still within the party. And,
like
they are saying that they will allow that ticket to fly. Muslim ticket, they will allow it to fly. Dogara, former Speaker, House of Representatives, Babashir Lawal, former Secretary to Federal Government of the Federation, and some others. Theophilus Danjuma from the north, they are coming out to criticize Muslim ticket. So also PDP has crisis. Wike is constituting very huge nuisance. But by January, when the campaign starts, the campaign will start anywhere from now, I think September 28th.
Yeah.
It is good inside, we won't leave PDP and we'll fight within. Let us know how he's going to fight within. But somebody like
he and other governors pulled out of the campaign council.
How many governors?
And his followers among them.
Otto Mamakide.
And well, those are the spokespersons.
Let Otto go and campaign for a particular political party in Benue State. About 150 or how many of them were killed between yesterday or between Thursday or between Wednesday and today in Benue State. No, we have gone beyond the era of somebody coming out to say, oh, this is where you should go and vote for this particular political party. People who have to hold their destinies in their hands now. Today, nobody will listen to any godfather, any governor. Now, nobody. I will hold my destiny in my hand. You will hold your destiny in your hand. And it is coming to pass. Look at the current political tempo in the country, particularly in the south. Look at the students' protest. Last week I go and appeal to the students to call off their protest. They are no longer popular. They will be stoned. The students can stone them. Let Makinde go out in the battle. And I pity Makinde. You have an election. The presidential election will be held on a particular Saturday. 2 weeks later, fortnight Saturday, your own election will be held. And you are not even concerned about your own fate. You have turned yourself to Wike's personal assistant. I'm afraid of him.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dele Ajayi. It is on this note that we shall be calling it today on today's edition of In the Newsroom. I have here Dele Ajayi, who has been analyzing the topics. And I want to sincerely thank you for coming.
Thank you, Tunde.
We hope to have more of you. On behalf of Oladayo Oladepekun, Oluwatoyin Yusuf, and Akeola Owolabi, who are contributors to the success of the program, Babatunde Bolatito is my name, saying see you next week.
5 meters in length. The machine digs 300 meters a week, removing 96,000 tons of soil.